Hello. How are you today? I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry.
What? Andy. You're so silly.
I got you.
He did get me. Oh! I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
Oh no. It's so
We're
awkward 'cause
playing-
there's no music. It's just quiet.
There is no music.
No,
I
I know.
kind of love it. It's even more.
Personal.
It is. Thank you. It's intimate. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
eventually
We're
I
moving
plan on putting something here.
How you doing?
Like a legit like hey, like top comment this week. Like I'm starting to brew about that.
You're getting
Maybe
an inside
someday.
look at what is to come for.
So like we read like last week's comment, somebody said that we suck. And we'll just read it at the front of the episode.
And we'll call you out too. Well. We're too busy for that.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we're not. But we're going to jump right into tonight's episode of Laruusian Legends. Last time, the Silver Linings recollected themselves in the passenger tender. You guys, I was like, Andy really got me the first time we did it. I was like, wait, what?
What do you do?
After you pointed, and he went,
I just held. And then
I was like, what? I was like, wait, what?
Oh, that's good.
Last time, the Silver Linings recollected themselves in the passenger tender of the northbound tunneler, only the third best tender on Larousse. I got Andy with that one. They explored the passenger car, found invisible items, and uncovered new information regarding their very important Dosukoro scroll. Thalen, in that time, managed to set the train on its correct course, even though he knows nothing about trains, which is okay. You don't have to.
I'm a man in training.
To be a great conductor, you don't have to know anything about trains. Train conductor, though, you probably should. And then the group worked to forge their newfound information on their forgery of the Dosukoro scroll. We return as Alba has 9 new words that she has forged into the forgery.
Can I guidance? I forgot I could do
too
it.
late.
It's fine if I can't.
Too late.
It is too late.
All right.
And it wasn't
It's
just
2
9 words.
weeks
It was a
too
bunch
late.
It was a bunch of words.
It was 9.
It was 9 words.
9 that were important.
Oh, that's true. Isn't that what you said?
It was a cipher.
No, it was a cipher of 9 random letters that Alba was able to read into those 9 words.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was less of a worded cipher and more of a jumble, like a word scramble. It's called a Caesar cipher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she had to re-cipher it.
Oh yeah, she reciphered it. So it's even more gibberish, which is, it was hard. You made up new words and you had to then transcribe it into a cipher and then transcribe it into a new language.
Yes.
Which is why it wasn't perfect.
Performance.
Very difficult. Yes.
Thank you.
What are your words?
The writer below, Kingon. Oh,
Kigano?
Kingango. Yep. The top, Sawari Peak. The B.
Okay. So, some important words traded out. All right. So, the forgery is finished. You are,
It is done.
let's say, 2 hours into your trek. Maybe, probably longer. Maybe not. Who knows how much
took a little
downtime you
while.
spent in between all of these activities.
It's a long time.
But-
Trains are slow.
Trains are slow. You are welcome to sleep for the night. Kui has put an amount of trust in Thalen. Or not put the trust in Thalen, but granted Thalen with an amount of trust for this train to get them there and not crash.
You seem to got it.
All right.
You crash.
Sleeping time.
You, Thalen's on beat.
What?
You
Yeah, I'm
crash too.
sleeping.
Connie?
Actually, I'll probably be fine, so I think I'll take the first watch.
All right. Then you two.
I'm going to go to the helm of the train and just hang out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connie, first watch. Go ahead and roll a perception or investigation check.
Perception. 20.
20. The tricks of this passenger tender are no more for you. You turn the switch on. No light changes, as in the level of light. It's just kind of a filter. You're able to open the curtain that was invisible and see out. And
You turn the switch back off.
You don't want to look out the window to the top?
I can still cut
you turn the switch off. The window
Then you
vanishes.
can't see it.
The window vanishes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
whole
a magical window.
I get that, but...
It's a whole invisible magical window.
All right. fine.
Oh, it's invisible.
But after only a moment or two, your eyes have adjusted and you see, and the filter does not affect the window, the outside. But when you see out, it's just kind of open, and you on your first watch are able to see you begin to drive into a snowy white timberland as you have officially entered Eongro. As this train chugs on, Aurelie, that's kind of, and you don't notice anything yet,
Other than the sign that says "Welcome to Eongro."
other than the giant sign. It's got lights on it. There's an owl bear that looks like this.
With the jazz hands.
Yeah, yeah. The jazz hands are this light, and go back and forth.
Is it so? What's funny is that I can't put the words together, but when you did that, my brain was just like da 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 da. Welcome Eongro. Like I was just like, I was just playing it.
Da, 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 welcome to Eongro.
I was just in it. I don't
From
know.
Aladdin.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That Aladdin. That's awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome. So you are monitoring the engine, and
Yeah.
Rayleigh joins you.
I'm going to sneak up on him.
Roll a stealth check.
We'll see. Ooh! 20.
Ooh, I definitely think it's higher than your passive perception.
Cat-like stalking.
Oh, yeah.
You do the shake before you pounce.
Yes. And I say, Quee! And I just jump on him. Hey, I have a question for you.
He's a bird.
I'm not gonna answer nothing. You scared me.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not how this works. First of all, what you doing?
I'm here. I'm
I
looking
didn't
at
say
the scenery.
where are you?
Isn't this beautiful?
The ground?
Yeah. Just the way that this all works.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is there something you wanted?
So, I was told you have information for me.
By who? Was it Dalen who said something?
No, but he also told me you have information for me. So you have two things now you have to tell me.
Was it Alba who said something?
No, definitely not Alba.
Okay. And who?
It was, you don't need to know that information.
You want help?
Because I didn't write
You
it down.
I believe I know who told you.
Yep.
Was it Mark Merrick?
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't 100%
I
sure.
thought that's who
All
it
right,
was.
yes. It was our good friend Mark Merrick.
My good friend Mark Merrick.
Our good friend Mark Merrick. I think he and I have bonded a little bit now, so more than you maybe.
No. We've been friends for a long time.
Length of anyways, he said that you know information about the expedition.
Go on.
What's the information about the expedition?
I mean, there's not much. You know, how can I put this?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, the expedition, you know what an expedition is?
Yep. When
Wow.
you go and find something.
Yeah, so they're trying to find something.
Dimensional.
Yeah. But why am I telling you this? You sound like you already know most of it.
He said there was more to it than that.
Well, there's more to a lot of things, just like this train. But do you need me to explain that?
Yes. No, not the train. Not the train.
Well, the train works out of a
No.
frequency of multiple settings.
Okay. So if I just flip that switch, that'd be bad?
You can do that. It'll be bad.
Oh, okay.
It won't be bad. Just Thalen might not be happy about it.
Well, I don't want to upset Daddy Thalen. So.
I gotta change his name in my
She was like, what, 16?
Yeah. Okay. So listen. So what else is there beyond the interdimensional nonsense?
There's a whole lot of things.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
I mean, not many people have traveled outside of this dimensional plane, but their intention is to find the barrier that splits this dimension and the other.
Is there only one other?
Well, the dimension that they want to go to is very hard to reach. I don't know if there's others. There might be.
Have you been there?
Why would I have been there?
I don't know. Mark Merrick seems to know things, and he said you knew things, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
but just because I know things doesn't mean I've been there.
Okay, Mr. Particular.
Yeah. You're the one who's scaring me. No, but what their intention is to find something within the depths of reality, hidden behind a mask of time, if you will.
Dang. That's intense.
Yeah, I mean it's not really scientific, but when you
Sounds like
when
science to me, but all right.
you, yeah.
I don't know.
Is there anything else you want? Anything else you need?
Do you know about Edwin specifically? And his specific expedition? Is that what we were just talking about?
Well, who's Edwin?
He was the guy. Remember when we went into the woods
Yeah.
and there were the people?
Yeah.
And I talked to Hope, Dawn, and Edwin.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised you remember them.
Yeah, they were my besties.
Sure.
We were painting by the lake, and then Dawn, I think, was doing stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So do you know Edwin?
No.
Oh.
I might have talked to him, but I'm a bird.
How do you not remember these things? Jeez. All right. So they're trying to find a barrier
Yeah.
between the two,
Yeah.
and the flying boat plane thing has to do with that.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be flying, but that's just an added touch.
So it could be a regular boat,
It can be anything. As long as you have the right mechanisms to
like a magical train, maybe
I mean,
tunneling underground.
yeah, if it has the right mechanisms to split split reality.
So okay. Do you know how to make this thing that splits reality?
Not at the very
Mechanisms?
moment. Not at the very moment.
Oh, you seem to have a lot of things that
Well,
do random things.
I'll
so.
give you a hint. I'll give you a secret, but you gotta keep it between us.
Of course I
I'm working on something.
will. Can I help?
I think you're doing more than you already know.
By asking questions?
Okay. Do you want to learn how to speak Dwarven?
What?
Dwarven.
Heck yeah!
All right, I'll teach her how to speak dwarven.
Okay,
So
so
I assume that Hajila Kani heard almost all of that.
yep.
That's true, you did.
Well,
With
so
my passive
under-
perception of 17.
Oh, okay. My wasn't the front of the
It's
train
not-
separated by like a door from the
It
cabin?
was.
the
The
door
door was
wasn't
open.
closed.
Oh, okay.
There was also complete silence.
Yeah, it's also very
Honestly,
not.
honestly, who's he gonna tell?
It's true.
I mean, it's
and
okay.
when?
His hammer.
My man
That's
doesn't
it.
talk.
It's not a problem.
It's okay.
It's more, just let Andy have
Making
it.
it
You know?
clear.
Oh, yeah. I was just because I thought it was separated.
Who knows?
When I bring this up
I
later,
won't
I just
know.
want to let you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When I bring this up later.
You didn't hear it well because the door is closed, but there's
Oh.
not any other sound, so he did pick up on
At
most
least
of
the whisper part that I told her.
it. Yeah,
That
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
helping more than I know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't much information.
Didn't get that. That's
Great.
fine.
You just asked me something and I forgot. Oh no. So
How much
Dwarven.
it's been 2 hours.
Woohoo!
You have,
Congratulations.
as far as you know, 16 hours of train ride left.
Yeah, we
jeez.
sleep.
No.
Wait, I have a
I'm
serious
talking
question.
to them about their dwarven.
Yeah, she's learning Dwarven.
Yes.
Can it be 2 hours and 20 minutes? Because I am I have 40 out of 60 minutes.
Sure.
Yes.
So how many hours do you want to stay up?
Oh. Well, 3 hours. Or, no, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
So no,
No, wait.
before you've started learning Dwarvish.
Oh, that
So
we were
you
just
have
talking?
16 hours left until you reach your destination. I'm telling George and Laura.
Okay.
How many of those hours do you want to stay awake learning Dwarvish?
It's up to
If you
him.
stay
I would like
awake
to do it a lot.
for if you I'm trying to think when your long rest was. But if you while they're taking a long rest, if you don't, you'll have a point of exhaustion because you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleep for
Okay.
8 hours.
So,
Just do
how
it.
many is a long rest?
8.
8 hours.
6,
hours.
technically, 1 on each end is you falling asleep and preparing yourself.
Or like a
wrapping
watch in the
wounds.
middle and
Okay.
It's technically 6 of full sleep and then 1 on each end.
I mean,
Okay.
we have enough time to get you to your max place and then go to sleep.
Okay.
It's your max, please.
To my max place? I
Wait.
don't know what that is.
How many more hours
This
you
is
got?
week 1 of 4.
Oh.
I will have completed 1 whole week.
Yeah,
Okay,
she did a
okay.
week of Duolingo.
Okay, right. All right. Well, then,
Through a long
we'll
time.
we'll get her to a week, and then I'll get bored of her, and then.
how many hours is a week
That
left?
was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
So that's 2 hours and 20 minutes of the. Oh yeah, so very easy. So you stay up 2 hours and 20 minutes and then hit the hay.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
I'm gonna fall asleep at the head of the train.
Cool. Connie, your watch goes by uneventfully. Do you wake anyone for another watch?
Don't smack Thalen.
If you smack me, I think the moment he does, I imagine that like my legs are extended and there's pillows and blankets everywhere. It's like one of those kind of communal, like
Yeah,
really
Fancy.
like
like a big old fort.
just well, no, I'm just saying it's like a bunch of like big like fancy feather pillows and like I'm imagining like a ton of blankets everywhere and the bar is sort of more of like a, you know, that kind of like a feel, like, you know what I mean, it has this like. It's like if there was a sitar, it would fit right in. Like I'm just saying it has like silks
It's
and
a
like
big old bedroom.
lovely
Big
and
old
like,
bed.
like things laying around.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just had this image in my mind.
Yeah, love it.
And so I'm imagining that like Alba is sort of like head on my thigh, like laying out one side. And I'm just sort of like laying up against the wall, like kind of sitting there. And Connie sort of smacks me, and then I just like
kick your
immediately kick my right leg up, and then have a knife at his neck, like just like clockwork. Eyes open. I spin it, drop it back in the boot. But I just wanted to say that because I feel like he.
Because that's crazy.
No, but yeah, because
No, not you.
he's
Because
clearly got this
train.
like
Yeah.
he's got this like
Yeah,
the mission is still happening.
for sure.
Like bombs going off, you can still sleep in Afghanistan style person.
He's ready.
You're awake?
Connie do that. That's why I kicked his boot. It still happened.
Yeah.
Sure. So I guess it's like his watch ends and those two are asleep. Yeah, I think at this
And
point.
then Connie just goes and lies down.
If there's nothing you
No,
want to
I want to do one thing.
Hit me.
I think this is what I want to do.
I
I
don't
think
need- yeah.
So I see
Usually
Kui, you're
sits down.
asleep at the front of the train.
I went. And
Do we? So we're
nice
underground.
place.
Yes.
There's a window that lets me see above, right?
Yep.
I see what?
You see
Is it on or off?
it's on. Connie left it on.
Oh, okay.
You see a a snowy landscape. Trees. It is as you have. It is the Coldwater Timberland as it has been described to you by your wife.
Perfect.
Snowy pine trees.
I think I look around and I go to my knees. No, I pull out the North Wind and I Tim Tebow with the sword
Yep.
and sort of like grab my arms over the pommel like this over top, and I just like kneel the head down, and I think there's this like I can't describe it any other way than images that flash in his mind. He sees a white lion, and it just rips apart a dark black massive spider. And then he concludes his prayer. Looks up and then doesn't wake anybody else up, and goes to sleep.
All right. Incredible.
Jeez.
6.5 hours later, you are all awoken by the sway of a train that seems to be slowing down.
Is there anything different around the surroundings? Like,
Out the window.
we
or
still in the
anything?
rocks?
Oh. Yeah.
No,
Whoa. It's
you are
cold.
outside. It is cold. Doors closed, kind of insulated.
Awesome.
You don't feel the chill until somebody the door open and
And then I come
Yeah,
in.
I'm like, aren't you outside?
yeah,
Close it
ice
behind
block.
We feel as he jumps in.
Yes.
I don't.
Ow!
I sleep soundly. I have resistance to cold damage. It
Oh,
does not
jeez.
bother me.
Nope.
That is true.
The train is slowing and you can't figure
do
out
you.
why.
Yeah, I know.
Something's going on with the train. I don't know why, but we're slowing down.
And
Huh?
we shouldn't
I
be.
don't
What?
think we're at our destination.
What? What happened?
The
We're
train's
there.
slowing down.
Oh,
there.
that's good, right?
We're there.
Means we're there.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there would be something different if maybe it is just slowing down. I mean, I don't know.
I thought you said you knew. You were telling me about trains.
Well, this is a little bit different, right? Like I said, this is more advanced than most typical trains. I mean, this could be doing it. Where did you set this to?
Erlin, the capital city of Eongro.
Do we have a map?
We did once.
Yeah, we have the
I
cartographer's
believe you have a
tools.
map.
There it is.
You have the cartographer tools.
Oh,
Assume
I
there's
have the
some maps in
cartographer?
the
Yes,
maps
you
in there.
Yeah, you found
Oh,
a book.
yeah.
There's
Okay.
a full map of.
I'll clear the table, and I'll put the thing there,
The map.
the map, and then
Look out the window. Is there anything you guys see?
I'll look
Points
out
of
the window.
interest?
You look out the window. Hmm. Aurelie,
Yes, sir.
tell us all why tall, white, snowy mountains at the horizon is not a new memory for Aurelie.
Well, so Aurelie is from, well, when she was very young, her parents are from Eongro. She's grew up there a little bit. Now they all moved to Doria when she was young and so she basically grew up in Doria, but she has very, very early memories of the tall mountains and the trees covered in snow and all of that from when she was like a tiny thing.
A kitten, if you will.
A kitten, if you will. Forgot what I was for a minute.
A tiny thing.
Tiny
A
thing.
kitten. Your memory is true as
Oh, good.
far on the horizon, the Minhelm Peaks Tower.
Hey.
Now, Alba,
Oh, sorry.
your knowledge of Eongro is a little more recent. Tell me why or how.
Don't say it. Tell me why ever again.
Ain't nothing but a heart. Is that why?
You said, tell me
Yes.
why, and I just went.
I hope you all sung along.
If you all sing along.
No, I'll just tell you. Your history in this continent is extensive.
Yeah.
And you have traveled most of the central continent, kind of from ballooning from Ireland, surrounding the center, to on foot. You know you're not at Erlen. Erlen's not for another day away. On foot. But the train's slowing down.
Has it stopped? Oh, I thought it had stopped. Sorry. Gotcha. Sorry.
What's out there?
Winter.
That doesn't help.
It was fire as hell. Oh, that was so. I have chills everywhere.
It is winter.
Like in the movie, you turn and you go, like Alba's just staring out there. We get like maybe a flashback or something. And you're like, what's out there? And she just goes, winter. Chills everywhere. That was so sick.
The train
I wish I was awake for that.
Have you not woken up?
skids to a stop. About a good walk away, a wooden structure, cabin, with slanted roofs. Architecture that is very unique. And for our brains, I will say Japanese inspired. A log wooden cabin with stables on the exterior. Not too many stories, probably 1 or 2 roof layers. The nice arched roof that is very pretty. Sits calmly in the snow.
Is it on like ice? Like, is this? We're looking around. Like, is it like ice, or is it more
It's not
like
like ice. It's
like
just
ground?
like on ground. The snow is probably 3 or 4 inches high. You notice coming from the right, you don't totally have a direction on you at this point, is a polar bear.
Nice. Those things are huge.
Oh my gosh.
Well, as soon as the train comes to a stop, yeah, Connie will pull up like a puppet that's had its strings pulled.
Dang.
As he was just sitting there, lying down before. Not pick up the hammer, because the hammer's always in hand. And say, "We have arrived." And start walking out of the train.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, pardon me, and if this is
door.
too much, maybe
Toward the polar
maybe tell me to stop. But part of the reason why Japanese buildings were designed the way that they were, specifically like their inspiration. So like if you look at like Chinese buildings, they're similar, but they're structured with sometimes more stone, sometimes more foundational work. The Japanese specifically built their buildings to withstand constant earthquakes.
Yep. It's true.
So I would understand if they're built in this way that we may encounter shifting, moving ice or things of that nature.
yeah,
Am
but
I
that could be once every 100 years or so. You
sure.
still build your buildings.
You-
But am I
They-
incorrect in assuming that that's why this is structured like this? Or is it more there's foundational work and the inspiration is more just like it's medieval plus this homage?
It's an aesthetic.
You know what I mean? Like that's really
Yeah.
the question. Like I want to
So,
know, am I
in this
dealing with a
current
intellectual in that
in
context?
this current moment, with Thalen's knowledge of
Eongro.
Eongro, but in this current moment, you see that this building is more of the former, foundationalized with touches of architectural design from a purely
Aesthetic.
facade and aesthetic point of view.
That makes sense.
From this particular building.
Sure.
As Connie exits the train,
Into the
I will add that architecture that is built to withstand exists.
Okay.
But Thalen doesn't have a lot of knowledge of earthquakes. You do know at least once a year a gnarly blizzard
yeah.
terrorizes the Timberland.
Yeah. So the roof is definitely built
And
for
so
snow.
in the middle of nowhere, basically.
Sharp roofs.
Sharp roofs, strong corners, built to withstand even the toughest blizzard.
being buried.
It's very cold for most of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some of the like blankets and things like that, and just like wrap myself
Of course.
with the blankets.
Yeah, kind of take like one step out, step back in, and like grab something.
So, whoa.
Thalen, are you cold?
Nope.
The polar bear
Shops wasn't cool.
doesn't wander, as you might imagine.
It's coming straight at us.
Oh.
It turns. And there is a stable on the side of this building. And the polar bear approaches the stable. And as you look closer and you approach this building, there is leather work on its back. And a sled tied behind it. As a behemoth of a man steps off of this sled.
Oh.
And you watch as he begins to unstrap from this polar bear. Imagine a dog sled, but like Alaskan dog sled.
Yeah.
Upscaled twice,
Yeah.
3 times, big old sled.
My gosh.
It's like
A big sled.
this is a reference that y'all will understand if you've seen Frozen 1.
Yeah.
The big old Santa sleigh, but like you stand on it
Yep.
with like the big polar bear in
Yeah.
front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
you see
super dope.
this
It's crazy.
gargantuan human is untying this polar bear.
Is it a human?
Humanoid. You can't tell from this distance.
Okay.
What distance?
I mean, at this point,
What
YOLO.
distance?
I guess I'm not gonna yell. Nope.
Scare the polar bear.
No. First, we're in a freaking wizard. We're in a
Wizard.
cold place next to
That's
mountains.
True.
And
Oh.
I'm
How
not
next to
trying-
mountains are we?
Not. You're kind of in the middle of.
So
it's tundra.
you can
It's
be
tundra.
in the middle of like you can trigger one from like far away.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That is true, however.
I'll try and keep that in mind.
You don't know how the avalanches work on the roofs.
But I can pretend I do.
I know.
They go up instead of down.
Yeah. It goes.
I just don't want to yell
No,
because
I get it.
No,
I'm
that
fearful.
makes
In my
sense.
mind, there's like mountains and nearby.
Connie's very
I love it.
convincing.
There's plenty of elevation change to be
Yeah.
afraid of that.
Yeah, so I think I will wait until we are a reasonable enough distance to yell in a comfortable fashion. If I can sort of yell for him and
Talk
be like,
loudly, perhaps?
Yeah, like
Hello, sir.
Hail.
I will say.
Mush. See if the polar bear.
Here's what I'll say. I will.
So are we walking together
Harken
as a
the
group?
Lord of the Rings vibe. Yeah, sure.
Good.
And I will
Okay.
say,
Close the train up, I assume.
sure. Yeah, lock it. Did we do that at the same time? Who did that with me, or was that just me? That was weird. I will say, Strider. That's what I will yell for this man.
You see that this being turns quickly. Dark blue and gray tattoos all across his body as he turns and looks and shouts in a language you two understand.
Yeah.
Who goes there?
I'll respond. We mean no harm.
He looks past you, and his whole posture changes. He goes from this rough, sturdy warrior to a little more of a businessman, and approaches you and says, in Eongro still, "Oh, excuse me, very rude. You come from Thundermere?"
Yes, sir.
Ooh. And he changes once again and says, "Is common the language
Yes,
that
what
best
they
be
speak.
used?"
Yeah. You don't know.
I
don't
have
know
a
what he's
little,
saying.
a little bit of.
We already said that.
He
Understandable.
said it yet.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I
Um,
thought he said in common is
Yes.
common your language.
He did in common.
Oh, in common.
Yeah, in common, he said it's common your language.
I was like,
Yeah, no.
I thought he said that in Eongro.
No. He
That's
said that in
what I
common. And says,
I realized not everyone was understanding.
I didn't know we would have a visit from the Northbound Tunneler today. You look so cold. Were you sent by the general?
Yes.
Yes! The general sent
Yes.
us.
Okay. Make a deception check with advantage. Oh no. Yeah, deception check with advantage. It's pretty low DC considering you're with the tunneler.
We're also wearing Rusai's weapons.
24.
24.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I am, and
are,
so is
you're
she.
Yes.
And you have a dagger.
Dagger.
You have almost true-size weapons.
Yeah,
they're not
visually, they're Rusai's.
You're right. Sorry.
I'm picturing, what is it, Stalrim
Yeah.
in Skyrim? This blue, icy metal.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he says, "Oh, well, let's get you inside. You look cold. Get you some cold weather gear. And are you traveling to the city?
Yes.
Well, we will leave very soon. We will get you the general's sled, and me and my partner will head that way.
Your partner, the polar bear?
No, my business partner.
Oh.
I'm so rude. The name Varrock.
What?
Sorry.
What?
My name is Varrock.
Like after the demon bird from hell.
Almost with an
the
I
city?
between the V and the R.
North of Lumbridge?
No, Varrock.
The what?
The city north of Lumbridge. It's a city in RuneScape.
Oh, neat.
It's whatever.
No, the cactus.
Close to that though.
There's like 30 nerds
Who
that
really
love-
who
that
really
love
loved that joke. Who really loved that joke. Me and my business partner, Zalvik. We are outpost workers for the Hozan Kuma.
Excellent.
How many of you have been to Eongro before?
I haven't.
Well, you must know the Hozan Kuma.
Of course we know them.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Oh,
you
great.
really?
With who?
Are you really?
Can you say it again?
Hozan
Hozan
Kuma.
Kuma.
You definitely are.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah.
She's like,
Don't make me
yes.
question
there-
myself. You hush.
I spelled it right.
He did.
How do you spell it?
Hozonkuma.
It's also very phonetic.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yes.
English phonetic.
We will set up for the morning. And he shouts, Zalvik! And you see on the other end, sitting up from under the snow.
Are they both Goliath?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're big,
both
big gray
Goliath,
boys
big
with
gray
tats.
boys with tats, half giant basically.
No hair on the roof?
No hair.
No hair on the roof. Cool.
Whoa.
So they're like alopecia. They have
Yeah.
no hair.
Yeah. But tattoos that can resemble hair. As in, like, you know, when you see somebody with a really short buzz cut that you're like, ooh, maybe that's a tattoo. No, it's their hair. This is
We're
the
like
opposite.
Taylor's dad. He's got tats all up his head.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's awesome. Well, come inside. Zalvik, ready Shimo and Kamu. And you see that
You said Shamu?
Shimo.
no,
and Kama.
Shimo and Kamu.
Shimo.
Shimo and Kamu. And you see next to where Zalvik set up, standing, is an equally large polar bear.
Also out of the snow?
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
shakes.
gosh. That's awesome.
And you see his Zalvik just kind of jumps and lands, and this polar bear stands and just kind of lumbers over to the other side where the stables are.
They're
Keep my
leathered,
distance.
not armored. I'm just curious.
The one that you saw was leathered. This one is naked. Naked.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen the Golden Compass?
Search your
Yes,
eyes.
it's not like
Really.
the Golden Compass. I love the Golden Compass. Partially, Yorick of the Golden Compass is inspiration for these.
Sure. I've never seen it.
I'm gonna keep
So the Golden Compass is fun. I actually really liked the HBO, his Dark Materials.
Oh, neat.
That they made based on the same thing. It's the same thing. It's got.
But better.
I think it's better.
Well, yeah.
It's got James McElroy. No, what's his name?
All right.
Anyway, sorry, I like
one
I
guy.
like TV. Anyway, Varrock opens this door and invites you inside, and it's a very simple room. A few chairs to sit, a fireplace. So you guys are like, oh, okay. You go over there, and he provides for free each of you a set of cold weather gear
Nice.
and something new-ish that I want to try. It's called an adventuring kit.
Oh, you're gonna do those?
I think that they're cool.
They're nice. So how many uses? Traditionally, the maximum is 5.
I'm going to give you 2.
All right.
Is what he's going to provide for you.
So this just,
Each of you
just
two.
for the audience, there's a game called Dungeon World, which we will be eventually playing, and they're Star Wars games, really fun. But basically, the way that it works is it's basically anything you would need to use that you wouldn't otherwise want to write down. So like, oh, I pull out a torch. Maybe that's a use of adventuring gear. And maybe you didn't, or maybe you need a shovel, or maybe you need an ice pick, or these would be things that you could just like say you have because you have, rather than having to like go out of your way to write down every little detail.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool. And so if you want to do something that I'm like, well, do you have pythons and rock climbing gear? No.
Yes, I do.
You do with your adventuring kit. Buy one. No, I'm just kidding.
Buy one now.
Buy one now. Call now and get one for free. This offer's not available anywhere other than Norse.
So I have 2 uses of
You've
adventuring
tried the
gear.
rest.
Yes.
Now try the rest.
Varrock says,
Neat.
he looks at you all. I'm somewhat of a collector myself at times. I'm interested. Some of you have some very unique apparel to you. Would you care to, you don't even have to let me, I just want to know the story behind your armor is very unique.
I think at this point, Alba, woof,
Yeah.
is gonna be very standoffish because she doesn't want to give away the nobility she is.
Well, her
yeah.
armor is also like, he would know her armor.
Because it's the Eongro,
I don't, he knows it's Eongro. He's not letting on what he might know.
Oh.
As with Pat of Insight, he's asking about it with maybe a touch of, is that what I think it is?
Yes, it's nice armor. I don't.
Yes.
If you're familiar with Eongro.
I mean, it looks very Eongro. I just didn't know if it was like custom made to look like that of the Guinean dynasty. I mean, it's very reminiscent. It's one of, I mean, I think the Ruthless, his armor is one of the most gorgeous pieces of armor ever created, and I think that he leads the Fistfall well in it. And it was reminiscent of that. I didn't know if you had like a person you had commissioned it from.
Did you say your armor was a replica?
Yeah.
Care to share where you had it made?
No, years ago. I'm not quite sure.
That's all right. You know, I've put in many commissions, so many that I've lost sometimes. Oh, the bears are ready. It is time for us to be off.
Already?
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Of course.
Have we introduced ourselves, by the way, side note?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Are we
Connie
going to?
certainly hasn't.
Well,
I don't know why I looked at
Can.
you.
I would say until he stops giving us stuff, don't give him
Okay.
anything,
Yeah.
including
Alright.
your name.
Okay, cool.
Aurelian might.
Like
I was
Joey's
just curious.
Joey's instinct is to just give stuff for free, and my instinct is to say I have all the power because I've given you nothing.
Okay, well.
Anyways,
Anyways,
when
But
you
Aurelia's instinct,
show up
I'm not
somewhere,
sure.
because I
very
asked
obviously,
for your name. But
if you showed up to the White House in the presidential, if you arrived to the White House in a presidential vehicle, I don't think that security would assume that you're with the president, but I think there is a pretty okay assumption that can be made that you are with the person that you're in, especially if you are with Secret Service agents and are like in the presidential thing.
Oh, we get it.
So he's just like
Yeah.
assumed we're not
it
going
makes
to
sense,
give
but
him
that's why
information.
I'm not gonna say anything.
that's-
Well, yeah,
because
no.
our cover
You
is
showed up.
airtight.
You showed up
For what we're
in
asking.
the president's car
yes.
Yeah.
somewhere,
Nice.
and the guy was like, either they stole it, in which case they could probably kill me, or they're from the president. I mean, that's what he could have thought.
Yes.
Well, I'm assuming we convinced him. Well, I'm always assuming that.
yeah. Well, you did a deception.
You also, you rolled deception to say that you were from the general.
24.
Yeah. You stopped asking
I'm
questions.
not saying jack
fine.
crap. That's all
But
I'm
that's he still would
Jay
he would
just like,
still
I'm not
assume
telling you
that
anything
if we're
additional.
on some kind of a secret mission that we're not going to tell him tonight.
Yeah, we're like at this point
does
we
that?
we sort of teased the scroll enough to know, but like this thing could literally end the world if it's not in the right hands. That's why I'm like we probably like as much as we didn't really tell the audience, it could end the world if it gets in the wrong hands.
Now you know.
I'm about to ask.
Spoiler.
I'm
So-
afraid now.
Are
Oh,
we
well.
are we getting?
What's
on,
your question?
My question was, who was the last person, or when was the last time that the train came
Oh.
through? So I'm
Oh.
I didn't know if I
Oh.
was gonna like leak any information. For
No,
I don't
think that-
remember.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
I think it's been a year or so.
Yeah. Okay.
At least since I've seen the tunneler.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I would have thought it would have been a little bit longer.
I'm not really good with time. You see, I have tattoos
mind.
that kept tattoos that keep track of how old I am.
How do you know
how
when
many
to get a new
tattoos
one?
does he have?
Yeah, ask his.
There's
question
like
first.
rings like a tree.
He doesn't answer you, and it's just like,
1, 2,
oh no. Well, no, Rayleigh said, how do you know when to get a new one?
Like,
7.
He's like,
It just shattered
That's a
his.
fair question.
That's such a great.
Sorry.
I think that the bears are ready. And he
Also,
just-
isn't this one of those places that's like year-round dim because of how north we are?
yeah.
He doesn't even know when the years are.
Poor guy. You rocked his world, Rayleigh. His brain is fried.
Well, anyways.
So you leave
Already.
this
Poor man.
little shack. You see, as you exit, above the door is carved Hozansu.
Cool.
You notice that, and equipped, tied to the back of both polar bears, a very Santa sleigh-esque vehicle.
Both polar bears together or
Yes,
separately?
together,
Okay.
pulling a gargantuan sled.
So a 2-bear open sled.
I don't know.
Hey. Yeah.
Yes, continue.
And the other Goliath sits at the front with reins. Varrock says, to Erilyn. All right, hop aboard.
I'm gonna very hesitantly get onto the sled.
All right.
I think I get on it and I maybe like sit on like some meat or something. Like I just like awkwardly. Oh, I'm like, oh, ho, ho, ho.
Ho ho ho!
I cannot.
Actually, I don't think we can take you.
You have to stay here.
And the sled takes off.
Now for some sledding music.
Yes, I played Jingle Bells. I almost, as soon as he said, I was like, oh, I should have played it.
It's Harry Potter. Spooky.
Thalen. You talked about it earlier, but every moment when you're on a mission, you're taking in every bit of information, kind of taking stock. What do you notice about the leather saddles and reins of these polar bears and the cold fur-bound leather gear that these Hozan Kuma Goliaths wear? How do you know that they're ready for anything? And what does Thalen really focus on each of them as should things go south?
About the armor. Or just
About it, I
just
want to
about
know.
them.
I want to know Thalen's thought process of I'm picking these people apart in case we have to kill them.
Okay, so I think what starts is that obviously we saw the polar bear. I think when they got up, I was sort of eyeing them up and down. So this is a fun thing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the difference between like a heavyweight fighter and then like a real wrestler. You can tell like there's obviously the size of someone's bicep, but then there's also the width of someone's bicep against their shoulder. It shows you what muscles they're using. I don't exactly know what you have stat-wise for these guys to wield.
Tell me.
But okay, I'm just gonna tell you outright.
I know.
Tell me.
I want you to tell me.
One guy literally carries a block of ice on a stick, and he does it with one arm, under his arm. Like I can see one lat is just got like this ridge in it,
Like a bowler.
and it's like tied tight with his wrapping that just pulls his arm in so that that's comfortable for him. Like I'm like, and then his other hand is open to grab and to do other things. So I know he's capable of just one and down. So my first thought is like, okay, this guy needs to be fought by himself, because we can take him on all sides. And then I see the next guy, and I think he's more traditional sword and spear. But I think his sword and spear work, he's a bit lighter. He's probably a bit smaller than the other guy. And I just see kind of the way that he carries is very traditional, very like the way that he moves methodically. So I'm like, oh, he's probably a bit more like in that way. The polar bears, forget their armor. They are covered in scars. Most of their skin is scars. Like they're white and pink. Like they are covered in scars. These things have fought things far bigger than them, and I'm sure they've experienced. They have like acid stains, like they are covered in like remorazes, like all that kind of stuff. And I think the leather and stuff, if they are magical, then it's like you can see the results of mending, but they're likely not. So you just see most of their stuff is repaired rather than like what it originally was.
Incredible. Alba and Aurelie, you both notice Thalen taking stock. Alba, what's going through your mind as, for the first time in a long time, you actively approach, in the nation of your birth, your home city?
Nervous, for sure. I think of who we'll run into, or possibly run into, who will give information of about my past, basically. Mm-hmm. And as he's looking, I notice that he's taking account of who these people are, and I feel like she would know kind of what they normally do and all of that. So she's taking into account of their strength versus us, and we're making sure we're going the direction we need to go, and checking the surroundings to making sure, because I know other things are in the area as well.
Of course. Kui, only few times have you been through these Timberland. What's different now?
There's snow.
Incredible. Anything more? Is that it? I love it. That's a perfect answer.
Winter.
I didn't want to move on in case you had more, but I love that that's the answer.
Incredible.
What was it before?
Oh my
Tundra
gosh.
and ice?
No, what it is later.
Wait, what?
I can't.
Can't
Yeah, no,
divulge
it's
any more
past or
information.
There's snow.
I'm without words.
Connie.
Yeah,
You're... I think for the first time, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the first time in Connie's life, he's cold.
Wrappings.
How does that affect him?
Well, he's trying not to let on.
Of course, the players know.
That's why he
the
walked
characters
out
do not.
and immediately walked back in. But now he has cold weather gear. But still, it's different. Not sure. The hammer provides heat, but only emotionally.
Wow.
You
We're just
continue
like,
forward.
yes.
I'll ask you, as a group, is your energy focused? Is your energy are you opening? Are you we're on a mission? Are you don't talk to us? What do you think if you were a waiter or a waitress and this party was sitting in this moment at a table and you had to go take their order?
Oh my gosh.
What is the vibe you feel this group gives off? Anybody can answer, and I want everybody to. But how do you feel if you were Varrock? What do you think is the vibe he's getting from over his shoulder as he drives this sleigh?
Tension.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Internal tension?
Well, I mean, I'm not tense personally, but
No, you mean this group was.
I know, yeah. So the
Do you-
majority of people are tense.
I think. I mean, if I may interject,
Go for it.
I think the majority of them is I don't know if you've ever been the sole person who didn't get an inside joke. I think they feel like when we all look at each other, there's this unspoken like I think most of you guys check in with Thalen and Thalen passes that along. Like I think it's like are we gonna take him? Like what's the plan? What are we doing? And I think Connie like gives maybe some eyes to you guys like do we like that opinion? Can we just kill him now? Like I think there's a little bit of that that Connie's kind of always had. So for me, I think it's those guys probably feel like they're out of the loop. Like we are saying something that they just aren't allowed. They're not privy to.
Cool.
Yeah.
The day goes on. Snow crackles underneath the polar bear's feet. The sun rising when you arrived and continuing to go about its normal thing. Nothing new.
I was like,
I know.
At around midday, pulls on the reins. Varrock is like, lunchtime. Would you like to share a meal? Or would you like to converse as you five?
What do you have?
Well, so can I mean, I don't know, I have a question.
Yes.
What does he have?
Yeah, I was about to say, mind you, this polar bear is carrying all these people. Polar bears are strong.
Yep.
But these are 2 Goliaths, and it's probably a lot, even plus their gear. So I'm willing to bet that if we're stopping for lunch, it's more of like we have a little bit, and we're not really sharing. Good luck. That would be my, like, if I was this person. Because it's like, you're in the middle of nowhere. Weight matters.
yeah.
What you have matters.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of like we're going to stop for lunch.
Good luck what you're doing.
Just letting you know. Like, if they want to share in a meal, like, I don't know if that's the
Make an
vibe.
insight check.
You know what I mean?
Make an insight check.
It's like, hey, we're going to go over here. We'll be on the other end of the ridge. And then, like, giant monster. Insight?
Yeah.
21.
21. He's being polite. You have no idea how much food they have. It could be, here's a small stick of beef jerky for everybody, even us, that they're going to divvy up because they're being polite. Or you have no idea how much to expect. But you're with the 21 insight. He's trying to at least be polite as it is his job. You get that customer service feel from him in this moment. As to differently when he was a little more warm, he was very much more, okay, I understand that it's a job in this moment. He says, he doesn't say anything. As he's asked you this, you see Zalvik lets the polar bears go. And the polar bears run off
I'm
Never
not.
to be
in 2
seen
different
again?
directions.
Like, what?
No, probably
2 different
to
directions.
rest.
Oh,
We can't carry enough to feed them.
they're going to get food.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
There's a small embankment up there that we will be seated at.
The hunt begins.
You may join us. And you see as Varrock and Zalvik head that direction, leaving you not abandoned, but on the sleigh in the middle of the woods. And as you figure out what your next move is, we're going to come up back next time. Oh, yeah. As the silver linings find themselves in the heart of the cold water timberland, atop Santa's sleigh? No, I'm just kidding. Atop a sleigh headed to maybe multiple party members' birth home? Who knows? We'll see you next time.